Video released by the Philippine military reveals a chaotic scene in the South China Sea. The Chinese Coast Guard is seen ramming and boarding inflatable Philippine Navy boats with bats, axes, and swords. The Philippine Navy was conducting a resupply mission for Filipino troops stationed in a disputed territory in the sea. And the escalation is just the latest in a series of dangerous encounters in the area involving China. It's prompting questions as to whether the United States will be called to intervene. Let's bring in Demetri Sevastopulo for more on this. He's a U.S. China correspondent at the Financial Times. Demetri, thanks for joining us. Can you give us some additional context? Why did this happen?
Well, on this reef, the Philippines have put a ship called the Sierra Madre that's been deliberately grounded there. It's been there since 1999 as an attempt to reinforce Philippine claims to this part of the South China Sea. Much of the South China Sea is contested by China and its maritime neighbors. The Philippines have been sending in resupplies to Marines who are stationed on the ship. But the Chinese have been trying to block those resupply missions. The Chinese say the Philippines are trying to strengthen the ship because it's at risk of disintegrating. It's very rusty, it's dilapidated. Now, we had a story the other day saying that actually the Philippines has secretly been bringing construction materials to the ship to try and reinforce it. But actually, it's irrelevant because an international court has ruled that China has no rights over the Second Thomas Shoal or the Sierra Madre, which is sitting on top of that shoal. But it has become arguably the most dangerous flashpoint in the Indo-Pacific region.
So the Philippines says it has not considered invoking its mutual defense treaty with the United States. What does that treaty entail, and how could it have changed the dynamic of the situation?
Well, either the Philippines or the U.S. can actually invoke the treaty. It's a 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. If it's invoked, essentially what it says is the two sides have to come together to meet a common danger. And the question then is, what would the U.S. do to help the Philippines? The U.S. could, for example, send in Navy ships to accompany the Philippine boats that are supplying the Marines on the Sierra Madre. That would bring American ships in very close proximity to the Chinese Coast Guard, which is leading a lot of the aggressive activity that you're showing on the screen, and would cause a certain amount of tension with China. A more dramatic or bold move would be for the U.S. to conduct the resupply missions itself, which would be even more dramatic because China views this as a bilateral dispute between Beijing and Manila. But either way, if the treaty is invoked, it really raises the stakes in this part of the South China Sea.
So I have less than a minute with you, but that said, could you portend a foreseeable future in which things do escalate in this region?
Well, I think things are getting closer and closer to the treaty potentially being invoked. I mean, one of the things that happened earlier this week in that clash was a Filipino sailor had their thumb, cut off in part of those clashes. If a Filipino sailor died, it would be a huge deal. I asked President Marcos in Singapore a few weeks ago, the Philippine president, would it cross a red line if a Filipino national was killed in one of these incidents? And he said it would almost certainly cross a red line and would be very close to an act of war. So right now, the crisis in Asia is not Taiwan. The biggest crisis is the South China Sea. And frankly, it's not getting enough attention.
Wow. Okay, Demetri Sevastopulo, we'll have to have you back. Thank you.
Thank you.